Written and directed by Jeff Nichols, Take Shelter is a thriller drama feature concerned with a middle-class man's internal and external struggle to protect what he loves while questioning his own sanity.
You think I'm crazy? Hey! I'm talking to you, Russell!
We are unable to dictate if these visions portray the future or are effects of inherited schizophrenia from his mother. The strength of the juxtaposition of his visions to reality clearly frame Curtis's moments of hallucinations or dreams. Like Curtis, the audience is constantly trying to decipher what's real and what's not real. Are we trapped inside Curtis's mind at all times? Jeff Nichols' directing style and Chad Keith's production design create a set of slightly varied rules that allow some clarity throughout the film, only to break them in the closing scene and distort our understanding of the world they have created. Only in the visions does anything surreal occur, and they have certain trademarks such as the motor oil rain that falls onto Curtis's hand from the sky, violent pedestrians, thunder and lightning, and strange bird formations. There is a stark contrast in mise-en scene with the rest of the film when Curtis dreams or envisions the storm. Desaturated colors, darker lighting, and supernatural elements characterize the portrayal of Curtis's dream state, while normal scenes host brighter lighting and more vibrant colors. The recurrence of this apocalyptic vision drives Curtis to physically prepare in case it becomes a reality. He also is physically defected from the dreams themselves. Curtis dreams of his dog attacking him and still feels the pain in his arm the following day. One of the trends Nichols establishes is how Curtis takes precaution towards the possibility of any threat in his dreams happening in real life. For example, he builds a doghouse with a fence around it and a storm shelter. We expect Curtis to do the same because of these past occurrences. However, when he has a lethal dream about Samantha, he refrains from taking any action in real life. These two shots are another example of the difference in mise-en-scene between Curtis's dreams and reality. Cold and desaturated colors versus a warm vibrancy.
You okay?
The use of sound is one way that Nichols differentiates between the visions and reality. Even in dramatic moments of Curtis's life, such as when he loses his job, any sound we hear is purely diegetic.
I'm sorry, Curtis. You did this to yourself.
Both Curtis and the audience are unsure of what to believe. Curtis pursues the possibility he is in fact schizophrenic by seeing a counselor simultaneously to his shelter project. Scenes of hallucinations have an auditory trademark of heightened diegetic sound layered in with intensifying music. The film presents us with two different worlds, each with their own sound. These audible differences heighten what's on the screen and help us distinguish Curtis's mind from the real world. More importantly, they enlighten us to the subjective experience and turmoil that Curtis is going through. Certain qualities of the visions are not always upheld. The original instances occur in his dreams. However, Nichols confuses us when Curtis sees birds and lightning while at work with Dwart. Curtis realizes only he can see these things, which is true until the final scene of the film.
Is anyone seeing this?
In this moment, Nichols breaks his own rules yet again. Curtis is not dreaming but awake and is seeing a storm that no one else seems to perceive. Both Samantha and Hannah sleep in the midst of a loud storm, only visible to Curtis. This contrasts the final scene, where the three are together and appear to all see the same storm. Nichols blurs the line between objectivity and subjectivity. Hannah and Samantha experience something that previously only Curtis has himself. What further distorts our perception of what is real in the film is the lack of contrast between the colors of other scenes taking place during real time and the final scene where the whole family sees the storm. In the final shot, the three of them together stare at the storm, which signals to the audience that this is no longer something only Curtis is experiencing. Since Nichols has already gone against the rules he established several times, it is possible the concluding scene is another vision in Curtis's mind. Due to how Nichols toys with subjectivity, there is no definite way to interpret the final sequence.
Okay.